Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to vapor blast the cases for the YZ426 as well as the cylinder. I was hoping to have this video as a part of the bearing removal video, which was a couple of videos back, but it started to get too long. And anyway, I'll show you guys my setup in the beginning of this video, and then we can do some vapor blasting. Alright guys, here is my vapor blasting setup for now. I just built this a couple of weeks ago. It's Harbor Freight sandblast cabinet that I pretty much made a vapor blaster. As you can see the glass beads in here, and so I siliconed all the seams in this. You can see the light in there too, and I just got this vapor blasting gun from Amazon. I just found like a cheap $25 one. It's probably not the best for my setup right now, but it works. I got this windshield wiper blade in here right now for wiping the window, and I just used the stock airline and media pickup line for my water and air lines on the gun. And out here you can see we got a water valve here, and it goes down. I got some hose. I didn't do much with that. It's not permanent yet. And then the air line comes down to a foot pedal here, so you can see you can activate the air when you need to. And this pump here, I just got a dirty water pump off of Amazon. I'll probably link some of this stuff below. And I'm just using the float as a switch here, so you can turn it on, and it mixes pretty well in there. And if I shut the door, turn the water on, you can see we got water and we can blast. So I'm gonna blast this case pretty soon. We're getting the oil off of it right now, and the dirt just helps preserve your media when your parts are pretty clean already. And I'll get a little rig so I can get some shots from inside, and then I'll set up a rig from the outside. It gets pretty cloudy in here pretty quick, but I am blasting at decently high pressure, but it works out and turns out some pretty cool parts. As you can see, I already did this part here. This is the case saver for the 426. Had a little bit of a coating on it. I'm hoping that the cases don't. So I ground that off on the bench grinder, and it turned out pretty amazing, as you can see right there. And I did a little bit of this section of the swing arm. You can see right there is untouched, and right here is blasted. Not done with the swing arm yet, and that'll probably have its own video. Might already be out. So anyway, I'm gonna get set up and do some blasting. Alright guys, that's pretty much what vapor blasting is. It's a slow process and pretty messy when you're inside the cabinet. Gotta clean out my valve. Sometimes it gets clogged. But yeah, so it gets hard to see after a little bit too. I can definitely tell that it works, but it's really hard to show on the camera. It's pretty much just like a feel thing. You'll see it, you either see it cutting or you don't. So yeah, that's basically pretty much it. I'll probably just show you guys the final product once I get it done, because there's nothing much really to see during the process. Alright, we're kind of polishing up the cases now. If you get that cast look off of it and get it more polished, as you can see right here, vapor blast was a little better. So we're doing that to just this one side first so we can do a comparison, and then it's back to vapor blasting, and then we'll get a look at these things. Alright guys, we got pretty much all the casting marks off of this, and it's already pretty polished. I'm sure most people would be happy with this finish just as is, but not here. So we're gonna throw it back in the vapor blaster. I'm gonna do another session and I'll see you guys once I get it blasted up. All right guys, check this out. This finish turned out pretty amazing, as you can see there. This is before with a little bit, this case has been in the degreaser, so it got a little bit of polishing with a Scotch-Brite pad, but that's about it. Where this case has been vapor blasted, and it is a pretty crazy difference. As you can see, as you saw by the thumbnail too, I'm sure. All around, as you can see, like the front here as well, it's just super shiny, but it's also more of like a matte finish. So it's not as shiny, but it just has a really great color to it. And even in some of like the tighter areas, like this hole right here, there's no way you could get anything in there to do any real removal work on that, and that finished really well. Took a while. I probably spent at least 45 minutes doing the final blast, but that was definitely time well spent. You can see here at the bottom too, pretty crazy difference. So if you got enough money to do something like this, I probably spent around $500 on it. There goes the compressor. I would justify spending it, especially if you're gonna be doing a lot of this stuff. Need to clean out a couple of these holes, still got some stuff in them, but I'll do this other case. I'll whip up this other case, and I might do the cylinder too in this video. So let's do that. All right guys, we got the clutch case polished up here, just with those Primax polishing wheels again. So just helps the blasting process a little bit and gives a little better of a result. So let's do some blasting again. Yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I'm doing the cut pass right now, so stay closer to the part and just do smaller strokes over it. I kind of work like an area first, and then slowly work your way around the whole part. It's a pretty slow process, but it turns out really cool when it's done. So once you're done with the cut pass, then you kind of do like a polishing pass from farther away, which kind of helps smooth out any blasting lines if you got any, and just makes a shinier finish. So I'll probably run a time lapse here for you guys so you can see me doing the part. There's not much to see with the camera. You can't see that much, but you really tell once you get the part out of the cabinet how much you've done. So I'll let the time lapse roll. Alright guys, I got this cylinder ready for vapor blasting. So I'll throw up a shot of what it was before. I just polished it with the Primax polishing wheels on die grinder, using an electric die grinder just so I don't have to use the air. So I got it cleaned up pretty good with the fine wheels. Used a big one at first and then the smaller one, so it should blast up pretty good. Might roll some shots of blasting if I get any, and I'll be right with you. Alright guys, I know that you're wondering where the final footage of the case and cylinder is after they're vapor blasted, but I guess I never filmed it. This time I didn't lose any footage, I just never recorded it in the first place. But I think this would be as good a time as any to say that if you enjoyed this video, the least you could do is drop a like on the video and maybe subscribe, but I know that's a lot to ask, and if you're already subscribed, then you are a legend. But on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a great day.